Hey, so today we're going to talk about why I'm explanting. The idea of explant has been on my mind since about the beginning of 2020. And at first I was just tired of feeling like a heavy set of walking boobs. I noticed gravity pulling south. These things are heavy, right? So the skin on the top of my breasts had started showing signs of stretching. I no longer felt comfortable going without a bra. Let me tell you, that is extremely uncomfortable. And I had started needing to sleep in supportive sleep bras as well. Also, my posture was noticeably getting worse. It just doesn't matter how much exercise or yoga I do, I just have this constant pulling forward in my shoulders, rounding of my shoulders, and crazy pain that's just always there in my neck and my shoulders. So that's just really annoying having to live with that. On top of that, I started feeling insecure during sex with my boyfriend, which, that's not what we want. And it's no fault of my boyfriend at all. He's amazing and has never, picked on me for any of this. I started really noticing the rippling in the sides of my breast, which is very prominent, especially in certain positions. And you can really feel the implant too now. It doesn't feel good. Like, when you feel that rippling of the plastic underneath your skin, it's just, it's not nice. I mean, it doesn't feel good. It doesn't look good. I'm not sure if it was always like that. Maybe to some degree it was there in the early days, but for me, it's become more and more noticeable as they've aged. It was bad enough that I had lost sensation in my right nipple and most of my right breast. Most of it's pretty much numb. And that happened right after I got the implants in. So, that's something that I struggled with for the whole decade. Coming up on 10 years since I got these implants in, and considering everything that I was starting to notice and feel, it was time to start considering my options. So what were my options? Well, pretty much either have an implant replacement and get a new set, or explant. And then there's explant with or without lift, with or without fat transfer. So there were a few options on the table, but pretty much either get a new set or go natural. All right, so how did I choose? Well, truth be told, my implants have always been too large for my liking. Even when I was flaunting them around at Vegas pool parties, look, don't get me wrong, we have had some fun, okay? But I knew I didn't want boobs this large anymore. They were much larger than I anticipated when I got them done. I also knew that if I signed up for another set of implants and had a replacement, that ultimately I'm gonna have the same concerns, right? I'm going to have that rippling issue, the feeling unnatural, the postural issues that I'm having. And then there's having to replace them every decade or more, depending, I really practice a clean, healthy, active lifestyle. I also had begun to really embrace my natural self. I stopped getting acrylic nails. I stopped using fake tan every week. And I really focused on growing in self-love and just embracing my natural self, my natural beauty. And, that's a big part of what I do with my clients as well. So having implants just didn't really feel in alignment with what I practice or what I preach or just how I live my life and the path that I'm on. Ultimately, I realized that having implants no longer served me in my life anymore, physically, mentally, emotionally, professionally, just at all in any part of my life. And that's when I first found out about breast implant illness and all the associated symptoms, many of which I actually experience, and the likely cause of the pain that I feel in my shoulder and down my arm, the risks associated with pregnancy and the health of the baby. All of this stuff, I had no idea. I didn't know breast implant illness existed. I didn't know there were so many women out there suffering. I talk about all of my symptoms and health issues in another video, which I'll link below. But at this point, there was no question that I wanted these things out of my body as soon as possible so that I can regain my health, get rid of this constant weight that is just pulling me down every day, and have a healthy pregnancy when I am blessed to have that opportunity. I never want to get pregnant with these things inside my body. And I can't wait for that moment when I take my first deep breath without these weights on my chest. Thanks for being here on this journey with me. I'm going to be sharing everything I can with you all. If there's something specific you'd like me to talk about or share from my explant journey, please let me know. Feel free to drop a comment below or DM me if you'd like to ask a more private question. That's not a problem. Please reach out to me. I also have created a Facebook community where I'll be sharing things that are a little more intimate throughout my journey. So go ahead and check that out. I'm going to link that Facebook group below. It's called Empowered Explant. It's a place where we can really empower each other through knowledge and support so that we can make empowered decisions for ourselves. That's it. Now you know all the reasons why I decided to explant. Please subscribe to my channel and share this with your girlfriends, with your family members, so that we can get this information out there, right? If you subscribe, if you share, if you like, it gives my YouTube channel, my YouTube videos, more visibility so that more people, more women can be empowered with this knowledge.